guys, it's Jess from Honest Fiction, and welcome to the start of another reading vlog. The wait is almost over. A Crown of Gilded Bones is about to be released in a couple of weeks, and I am so excited. So I'm going to be rereading From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout, and also A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire. So this series, I'm obsessed with. It's actually the first video I ever did, which wasn't that long ago, was a From Blood and Ash review. I just loved that book so much. And honestly, I've actually already reread it a couple times. As you can tell by the spine, it's like completely broken. I think I've read this 3 times. And 3 or 4 times actually. And A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, I was actually on vacation when it released. And I read the entire book in a day on my Kindle and was obsessed with it, but I haven't reread it since. So I'm very excited to reread that. I think I'm gonna listen to either, I don't know if it's gonna be both. Definitely at least one of them I'm gonna listen to on audiobook format because I heard the narrator is really good. And I'm just excited. This will contain spoilers. And also as I read, kind of my predictions of what I think is going to happen in the next book, just because I have already read this. So I think I just want to kind of like remember all of the details and all of the aspects and everything. So I'm super excited. I'm happy you guys are going to come along with me while I read this. And yeah, I will check in with you guys after I've read at least a quarter way into From Blood and Ash.
Wanna be free of this heart, yeah. Wanna feel your arms around me. I need you more, need you here, more than I would like to admit. Let's forget about tomorrow, yeah. Should I hide away forever? Should I close my eyes and never again hold you tight, call you mine, think about you ever?
Hi guys, so what you just saw me make is my version of the Starbucks shaken brown sugar espresso, oat milk espresso. So how to make it is you mix brown sugar, cinnamon, and vanilla in a little bit of water. You put that on the stove top until it turns into a syrup. Stick that in the fridge, and then you put that in a cup with ice, 2 shots of espresso and oat milk, and it tastes almost exactly like the Starbucks version. I haven't quite perfected it, but I'm getting there. So where I'm at in From Blood and Ash, I'm a little bit more than halfway. Like I said, I've read this book many, many times, so I'm trying to get through it pretty quick so I can focus on A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire. But some big questions is, 1, who was the woman that helped Poppy in the Red Pearl? And that pretty much led her to meeting Hawke, because I'm pretty sure either in Hawke's POV or in the second book, we realized that she wasn't working with Hawke. So I originally thought she was an Atlantean because she's described as having black hair, tan skin, and golden eyes. But maybe now I'm thinking she might be a god. So I'm very curious. I really want to know who this is. And then Victor. I love Victor. And it's so sad reading when you know what's going to inevitably like happen to him at the end of this book. But I know that Poppy says that Alistair's voice reminds her of Victor's. And I think he even looks, Alistair and Victor like look similar. So I'm wondering if they're related. That would be very interesting. Yeah, so I kind of hope we find out if they are in the 3rd book. I kind of hope they're not, because I hate Alistair and I love Victor, but we will see. And then the Lord's lessons. So I think it's Lord Mazine and I forget the other Lord's name, Duke Kierman. They have like lessons with Poppy where they pretty much torture her, and she's remembering that at one point she passed out during one of these lessons, and when she woke up, both the Lord and the Duke were acting very strange. So I'm wondering if they fed off of her, because that would make sense. And I didn't realize that the first time I read it, but I hadn't read A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire yet, so now I know how like the blood affects them. That makes perfect sense. So I don't know if we'll find an answer to that, but I am very, very curious. So that's pretty much where I'm at in the book. Like I said, really enjoying it, but trying to read it pretty quickly. So I will check in with you guys probably tonight. I'm hoping to finish it. I have some work to do, and I'm lucky that I can listen to it on audiobook. Also, talking about audiobook, forgot to mention, I love this narrator. She gave Hawke like a British accent, and I'm digging it. It's really good. So really liking the narration. So definitely if you get a chance to check out the audio version. But yeah, so I will check in with you guys after I finish this book.
We've been on and off again and again. I don't know which way we're going, no control. You push me, then you pull me back in. Don't know if I can decipher how your mind works. Yeah, you leave me wondering what it's like to feel your skin. I will keep on trying till you give me a sign.
Hi guys, so I've officially finished From Blood and Ash for like the 4th or 5th time, and I still really enjoyed it. I just got my coffee here and I'm looking through my notes I thought about while I was reading. And the biggest thing is that ending gets me every time, where he says, "We go home to marry princess." I remember when I first was reading this and was like, oh my gosh, I can't wait 3 months for this next book to come out. I shipped them so hard, and I loved Hawk and Poppy together. And I know after I finished this book, I like wanted to know what was gonna happen. So I went to the From Blood and Ash Facebook group, and Jennifer L. Armentrout was giving all these spoilers, and there was like a very divided group of people. It was like the people that like loved Hawk and like couldn't wait for them to get married, and the people that were like, I can't believe he lied to her. So I just thought that was really funny. I was definitely Team Hawk, but I totally get where those people were coming from. And yeah, I love this book so much. And some things I didn't notice, so when they're in traveling to go, well, Poppy doesn't know that she's about to pretty much get kidnapped, but they go through like this dark forest, and I thought they were just fighting the Craven, but at one point Hawk is like, oh, there's like rodents as large as dogs. I wonder if Jennifer L. Armentrout is a Princess Bride fan, because that really gave me rats of unusual size vibes, which is something Wesley says in The Princess Bride. I just thought that was funny. I just took a note on that. And then when Poppy is attacked by the Jericho and like that whole group of people, and she gets wounded, and then Hawk/Castile gives her his blood, she has like a hallucination or like something where she sees it's like a body of water, and she sees a dark-haired somebody who's laughing. And I wonder who that's referencing. So I don't know if that's like one of her ancestors, or if that's a god, or what that could be. I kind of hope we find that out. Definitely forgot about that, or I just like skipped over it, because that's during a very like intense part. And I feel like the first time I read this, I was like skimming through it. But yeah, so I'm interested. Also, I listened to this on audio format. I think I said that previously, and I don't think I realized how similar the names are. So there's like Malik, who's like King Malik, who kind of like was involved in like the whole creation of like the Vampire and the Ascended and like all of those things. But then there's Castiel's brother, who's also I think named Malik, but like with a different spelling. So I can see if you're only listening to this on audiobook format how it would be a little bit confusing. So just be on the lookout for that if you are just listening to this on audiobook format. Other than that though, I already said this, but I'm saying it again, the narrator is so good. I love this narrator, so definitely check out the audiobook if you get a chance. But that's pretty much it. I have a lot of stuff to do today. It is my spring break, but I have a second job, so I'm going to be doing that for most of the day. I do want to finish A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire over the next 2 days, just because I want to do a review or like a recap video where I recap everything that happened in the 2 books in preparation for The Crown of Gilded Bones that's about to come out in like 13 days, and I'm so excited. So anyway, I'm gonna get to that, and I will check in with you guys a little bit later. Hi guys, it is a disgusting Friday morning. It's rainy and just gross out, and my morning started off on a rough start. My coffee machine broke, and I had to get an oil change this morning pretty early, and I thought I would pass Starbucks, and the only thing I passed was a Dunkin' Donuts. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's fine. I used to love Dunkin'. I'm not hating on Dunkin' by any means. I used to love it. I drank it all the time when I was in high school, but as I've gotten older, I feel like I need more caffeine, and I feel like Starbucks is just a little bit stronger, so that was a little bit of a disappointment. I got their new cold brew, sweet foam cold brew. It's alright. It's a little weird. It's a little sweeter than I was expecting, but I digress. So where I'm at with the book, Poppy just fed Hawk her blood because he was going a little crazy, and like Kieran was there like monitoring the whole situation, And I've seen some really cool fan art for this scene, so maybe I'll link that in the description down below, because I don't know, I love that scene. I just think it's like really cool. And it happens right after Poppy learns about the joining, which I have opinions on. I think I've made like a bunch of notes, and I'm going to talk about that after I finish the book at the end of this vlog, so you can skip to that. I'll leave a timestamp somewhere. But yeah, I'm really liking it. I love this book. Definitely going to finish it by the end of the day. Want to record a review video tomorrow, like I said, so we will see. And I'm going to go get a car wash now, and then I will check in with you guys a little bit later.
Wanna be free of this heart, yeah. Wanna feel your arms around me. I need you more, need you here, more than I would like to admit. Let's forget about tomorrow, yeah. Should I hide away forever? Should I close my eyes?
Alright guys, I have officially finished A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, thereby finishing my reread in preparation for The Crown of Gilded Bones. So, here are my thoughts. I think I actually prefer From Blood and Ash a little bit more than A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire. However, A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire has one of my absolute favorite scenes. So, I feel like the character development and just learning about the characters and Hawke and Poppy's like slow burn romance and everything, I just really appreciated in From Blood and Ash. I thought it was done very well. I feel like the sexual tension was just so high in From Blood and Ash. And then moving into A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, Poppy questioning the whole, is this real? Does he really like me? Just felt like it slowed the pacing. I also originally, when I first read this, I felt like there was a few too many sex scenes. However, I've completed A Kingdom of Silver Flames, and the sex scenes in that definitely slowed the pacing down way more than I felt happened in A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, so I don't think that anymore. Although the carriage scene in A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, after the entire war goes down, and there's still war going on around them, Poppy and Hawke having sex in the carriage just felt very unnecessary and weird. Like, we didn't need that scene. Personally, that's what I think. But overall, I just felt like A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, not as much I felt like happened. I felt like it was almost like a traveling story. Like, it's really just them getting to Atlantia. I do know that we learn a lot about what's going on, and it's really just Hawke and Poppy discovering that they do truly love each other. So I like it for that. I'm very, very excited for the next book. And I actually just recorded, I was gonna put it in this vlog, but I think I'm gonna do a separate video. So I recorded my theories and predictions for The Crown of Gilded Bones, which I think I'm gonna post tomorrow. So I will leave a link in the description tomorrow my time. So it's already posted your time. I will leave a link in the description and in the cards. So that way you guys can check that out and kind of see what I think is gonna happen in the next book. But I'm excited, and I'm so happy I did this reread. I really did enjoy it. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I post new videos every Tuesday and Sunday, and if you haven't yet, please like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.